Hey guys, welcome back. So this will be the not safe for work version of flower language from the other video because there was a spicy part, but I did skip it because I wasn't sure if you guys wanted that. Anyways, leave in the comments below if you want me to do more spicy things. Before we begin, this is not safe for work, so if you feel uncomfortable with that, check the safe for work version. That's the video before this, or just go watch something else. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hey guys, this video was supposed to come out earlier today, but since the boys in my classroom wants to be in a CPR music video by the sounds they're making, I got super stressed, so I just wanted to take a long ass nap before I post anything. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Just another sunny day in a small town, the busy streets filled with passbyers and cars passing by. You, wearing a petal dress, was making your way to a flower shop in your neighborhood. As you walk into the store, the bell rang, signaling a new customer. "Oh, it's you. You came again. What flower do you want to study today?" A young girl said with short ginger hair, who was behind the counter, said with an amused face, and her chin resting on her palm. She was about the same age as you, standing before you. Well, as you noticed, you like to come to a flower shop often. You love learning flower language. And the ginger hair girl worked at the flower shop as a part-time job, so she always saw you walk in. You would stay quiet a while before leaving with a new flower in hand. And to the short girl's curiosity, she asked her what she was doing in the shop. And since the two became close and bonded over their admiration for flowers. "Ah, it's you again, Emma. Just the usual." The ginger smiled and nods back and sits down in her chair, scrolling through her phone as you continue to walk around the store, taking out your notebook and started writing. You take out your phone and searches the flowers in their meaning and writes it down. Taking a good look at the flowers right in front of you, a smile creeps on your face. She leans in and takes a whiff of the white clover. "Think of me. What a wonderful flower." Your eyes sparkle at the thought of giving the flowers to your precious crush. A younger boy older than you by 1 year, with smooth black hair and a pool of dark green eyes. Your face started to heat up just the thought of seeing him. You guys were close friends since middle school, and she didn't know what she would do if he rejected you. But you knew that your friendship would never be the same. That's why he was going to leave flowers in his locker every day, so he'll slowly figure it out. After some time, you finished your flower session for the day and went to the front counter to pay for a basket of flowers. Emma gave you a bright smile before handing you the bouquet of flowers you paid for. "I would say come again, but I know you will." Both you and Emma let out a quiet giggle before waving bye to each other. You walk happily back to your house with the bouquet of flowers in hand. You open the door and go to her room to call her best friend and crush, Ray. "Ray, guess what I did today?" "God, Ryan, I just came from practice and I look like a hot mess." The girl, you blushed as you realized he was still sweaty and shirtless as he was about to take a shower. Sorry. I hope you did well. The game's in 2 days." Yeah, I know. You didn't bother to show up to practice too." "Well, sorry about that. I was in the flower shop." "I will go tomorrow though." "The flower shop?" "Oh, the place where Emma works? You always go there." "Well, it's interesting. You should come with me after tomorrow's practice." "Alright, I'll come with. Now, I really need to take a shower, or are you just gonna watch?" Ray says with a plaster on his face. He loves to tease you. Your face turned crimson red quick and shook away those thoughts. "Baka, just go shower, jeez. I can practically smell you from the screen." "Whatever, doll. Bye." The call ended, and you quickly plopped on your bed with a beet red face, looking up at the bedroom ceiling, imagining Ray, sweaty and shirtless. Your face turned red even more. You were so ashamed thinking about him in that way, but you couldn't help it. God, I really should distract myself. You quickly stood up from your bed and grabbed a dwarf sunflower and a red matching one, which meant admiration and I love you from her bedside table, and went from Greenfield High and went to your school, Greenfield High. Yes, that is an orphanage reference. You soon arrived and placed the 2 flowers in Ray's locker for him to see tomorrow. You looked around, making sure that no one saw you, and went back to your house. You sighed in relief, but quickly went away after you bumped into Ray and Norman. She gasped and tried to quickly run away, but Ray grabs your wrist. Don't try to run away, Wyan. Oh, hi, Ray. Done with your bath already? Ray rolled his eyes at her attempt to change the subject. Norman looks at them with a wide smile, his eyes closed, while he sweat drops, unsure what to do in the situation. Don't change the subject. What are you doing here? What? I can't go to my own school? Oh, please. You're probably putting something in my locker again, like you did last semester. That ketchup stained my book for weeks, Wyan. I did not put anything in your locker. Well, not this time, but still. Ray raised his eyebrow at his statement, but he was positive she was up to one of her stupid pranks, but didn't bother to ask further. He knew she was lying, and it was painfully obvious. Sure, what are you doing here then? I just forgot something. Ray observed her face for signs that she was telling the truth. To his surprise, she was. He sighs and let go of her wrist. Come on, Norman. Norman nods and follows Ray while waving goodbye to his friend, Ryan. You smiled at the albino and waved goodbye as well. The 2 figures slowly disappear, becoming smaller. You let out a breath that you didn't know you was holding in and quickly made a run for it. Once you got to your house, you mentally facepalm yourself. You forgot to put the note in Ray's locker. You shrugged and went to your bedroom. It's fine. You'll just have to search the meaning of the flowers, or maybe he'll just throw them away. You sighed before laying back down on your bed. Time to see go faster, with the sky turning a dark color, calling the moon and the stars to shine above the towns and its people, are all fast asleep. The dark sky, filled with light of the bright stars and the many colors of the different galaxies, soon came to an end and was replaced by the bright light of the sun and birds chirping, waking up the people of the city and towns. You, who was still wearing your sleepwear, soon woke up only to hear her phone blowing up from many notifications she was getting. You groaned and turned to the other side where your phone was located. You see a name pop up on her screen. You sighed and answers to only receive a yelling from a certain black-haired boy. What do you want? What do I want? It's 7:30. You're still not here before Miss Isabella gets here. Your eyes widened and immediately got out of bed, still on the call with Ray. You rushed to the bathroom, removed your clothes, and quickly hopped in the shower. You was not going to take any risk of being late that you already was. Ray on the other line rolls his eyes and looked at the time. He still had time to pick up Wyan from her house while she gets ready. He ends the call and goes to the school parking lot and opens his car door to drive Wyan to his house. You quickly hops out of the shower and you quickly put on your clothes. You go to your room and grabs your book bag and put on your socks and shoes before rushing out the bathroom once more to get to your phone. You didn't bother to eat since it would just slow down you more. Just as you were about to open the door, you heard the car honking. You open the door and see Ray rolls down his windows. What? You thinking mentally. She didn't know that what you would done if Ray didn't pick you up. You rush to his car and sits in the passenger side. Ray starts the car and drives off. She looks at the time and still has 20 minutes left, and she sighs in relief. I just overslept. I know I set an alarm, but it never rang. You're lucky. We are the only one that have one more week before spring break. You wouldn't survive, Miss Chrome. You laugh nervously and scratch your head. Ray stares back down at her before going back to looking on the road. He placed one of his other hands on your waist, pressing hard. You blush slightly and look away. Hold on tight. The roads are a bit rocky here. You nod, holding on to Ray's arm still beat red. Alright, we're here. Now get your ass out of my car. Well, damn. Next time I'll ask Norman to drive me. You do that and I'll steal your rabbit. The two bickered amongst themselves as they walked towards the classroom. They quiet down as soon as they entered the room. You sighed in the relief that Miss Isabella wasn't here yet. She walks over to take a seat next to Ray. Class ended sooner than expected, and the two meet up with Emma and Norman to go eat lunch together, before watching the two boys practice for the soccer game tomorrow. They make their way to the cafeteria filled with students from different grade levels. The four of them sit on a table nearby the exit talking about their interests. It wasn't long that lunch ended and the two girls waited on the bench while Norman and Ray go change into their practice uniforms. I'm so excited for the game. You nod at Emma's statement and they patiently wait for the boys to come back. Oh, by the way, YN, what did you do with the flowers you brought? I searched their meaning. Your face turned a bright red. Oh, that's nothing really. Before Emma could say anything else, the two boys arrived. And you think they got mentally. She didn't want to tell Emma that she had a secret crush on Ray. The boys sit beside the other two and wait for their coach and the other team members to arrive. In the meantime, Ray and YN stay quiet as they watch Norman and Emma being all lovey-dovey. You was jealous, of course. She wanted to be able to do that with Ray. Get a room, Ray says with a smirk before rolling his eyes at them. You snicker at them as well, but the two didn't seem to mind as they continue on what they're doing. How long have they been together, Ray? About 2 years. They never get tired of each other, huh? Yeah, Norman's a weirdo. I'll never be able to handle being with a dimwit like Emma for 2 years. Ray! What? I was kidding. Hey, Ray, why aren't you dating anyone? Why the question? You're not also dating anyone. Yeah, that's because no one likes me. But you have a hurdle of girls waiting for you. Ray raises eyebrows and places his hands around your shoulders and presses her into him. The girl's heartbeat starts to race. Want to know why? Why? Ray leans into her ear, his hot breath tickling your skin. You shiver, and the feeling of heat raises to your cheeks. But he pulls away with a smirk. I'll tell you another time. He lets go of your shoulder and starts to stand up with Norman. She looks at the direction of where the two are looking and sees the boy's coach. You found out Ray's words. You wanted to know what his reason for it, even if she knew it would affect her since she did like the boy. Hey, doll. Hold these for me. You cocked your head in wonder. and was surprised it was the flowers that was placed in Ray's locker. Heat rises on your cheeks once more. You thought to yourself, what if Ray already figured out that you was the one who put it in his locker? The color on your face soon disappeared. It would be a nightmare if you figured out so quick. What if you didn't want to be friends anymore? What if he was disgusted? Many thoughts occupied her mind. All of them were unpleasant. She would hate it if Ray never spoke to her again, all because she fell in love with her best friend. She knew Ray was smart, but she thought it would take a few days or even months to figure out who kept sending him flowers. Even though the teenage boy hasn't told her who sent it to him, and if he knew, that would mean that she would still be nervous. Before the girl could say anything, Ray stopped by giving her a kiss on the forehead, which shocked Emma and Norman as well. What? You look like you just saw a murderer and was about to get killed. Calm down, doll. I don't know why you're so stressed, but I'll figure it out later. Just for now, it's not good for you to go into any panic. Yeah, thanks, I guess. Later, practice ended after some time, and you fell asleep nearing the end of the boys' last exercises on Emma's lap, still holding on to the bouquet of flowers Ray told her to hold on to. Earlier, you was shocked as she saw the white pink camellia she didn't mean to put into Ray's locker that she was saving for the other day. But what's done cannot be undone. She just hoped Ray didn't know it was her who placed it inside his locker. The two boys go to the bench where Emma and you were sitting and grab their towels and wipe their sweat. Ray and Norman seized the state Emma and YN was in. They both chuckled to themselves before Ray removed his shirt and quickly put on a fresh one. Ray, there's two girls here. You can't undress like that. What? It's not like I'm taking my pants off. It's just my shirt. Besides, I don't think your girlfriend would look at me anyways. Ray rolled his eyes before going to the changing room to change his pants to sweatpants. Then he walks back to the bench and picks up you from Emma's lap bridal style. I'll take her home. You two need a ride? Or will you be doing some different type of exercises? Ray looks at the couple and smirks. Then leave the two, hand in hand, both blushing from Ray's words. Ray shakes his head and takes his stuff with him, carrying you back to his car. He puts you in the back seat and makes sure you're lying down properly, and starts the car, making his way to his apartment. He opens the passenger car and carries you and opens the door, making the way to his bedroom. He places down you on the bed and finds a shirt and pants you can borrow later. He removes your polo and blazer before putting on his white shirt that looks oversized on you, then places his shorts on you before removing the skirt. It was not like the first time he had to dress you. He sighs and puts his bag away before hopping into the shower to remove all the sweat and dirt. He proceeds to climb out and comb YN's hair while she was still asleep. He hums a short melody as he played with her hair and slowly dragged her to the left side of the bed and tucked her in before lying down himself. He turns around to see YN staring right at him. YN, don't scare me like that. You should be asleep. Yeah, but, Ray, do you know who left the flowers? Who left you flowers? Probably. No one else in the school is interested in it. Oh. That isn't too embarrassing for me to say. Well, I'll just search you right now. No, I'll tell you. You said as you sit up, and Ray follows you and sits up as well. So, you know what the pink camellia means, right? Yeah, longing for you. A huge red creeped down her face, brushing, and becomes painfully obvious that she was blushing. Yeah, I think I know what you mean by that, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. Well, the dwarf sunflowers mean admiration. Ray nods, still looking at her in the face that seems to be glowing in the moonlight. A hint of pink slowly shows up on Ray's cheeks as well. And the other one means, I love you. You whip your head around quickly to see only his face was just flustered as flustered as yours was. I love you, YN. That's what it means. Ray's eyes widen, but slowly turns into a crescent as he smiles and goes in to hug her. You rested your head on his shoulder, the two soon to pull away, and Ray goes into a kiss her. At first, Eve was in shock, but slowly melts into the kiss and places her hand around his neck and pulls him deeper. The boy bites her lip, asking for entrance. She moans, leaving a small opening, and Ray takes the opportunity to slip his tongue in her mouth. You let another quiet moan. Ray picks you up and makes you sit down on his lap, a small bulge folding underneath. You groan as the bulge underneath you grows and you start to grind on him to ease the pain and pleasure. The teenage boy moans at you doing this and pulls away from the kiss, making his way down to your neck and sucking, leaving love marks, marking what's his. You moan again at the new feeling, grunting on his forming bulge. His hands travel inside your shirt and up to your bra. He unclips it and follows with your breasts, still sucking and kissing your neck. You continue to moan, enjoying this. They stop for a while and look into each other's eyes. It was nothing filled but lust. Are you sure you want to go all the way? I'm sure. Alright, just don't make sure you regret this, kid.